Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Ahoy, all of you flick freaks out there, what is going on? My name is Andrew, and we are here with episode 67 of the Flick Freak Podcast. Joining me today, we have the Radish Ravinator, Mike Boykin.
Yeah.
And the wrong half of Hollywood, a.k.a. the Perpetual Wizard, Jareth Mooneyham.
Howdy.
So, you are now on Twitter.
Yep.
You have been on Twitter.
I have been. I'm not anywhere near as amusing as at Perpetual Wizard.
Yes. What is your handle? Is it just...
at me and ampersand.
At me and ampersand. Is
Yep.
ampersand spelt out, or is it the ampersand symbol?
It's spelled out.
Okay.
I'm being clever.
Could you actually put a symbol like ampersand in your handle?
Maybe.
Let's find
We'll
out.
have to appeal to the Twitter gods about it.
Nice. All right. Well, as we've said, this is the Flick Freak Podcast, your number one stop for all things film, television, gaming, news, facts, and opinions. Mike, my
Yep.
friend, you have a Did You See That Opinion of the Week?
Yeah, for once.
Yes.
I kept this will probably not be terribly long, but I kept hearing about The Expanse. I think it did kind of get a little bit of a boom in popularity. The Mary Sue shared a story on it, and all I was hearing was like, you should give this a chance. So I was like, fine. It looks like decent sci-fi, and it keeps getting spoken in the same breath as Firefly and Game of Thrones, and those are some illustrious compatriots.
High praise.
Yeah, so the first episode, I think, ended up endearing me to it. I watched the first episode twice, once by myself and once with the Perpetual Wizard here, and goddamn, it throws a lot at you at once.
Yeah.
As far as like a soft opening, I can see why it gets compared to Game of Thrones. Only because, like, not really in its subject matter necessarily, but only because it jumps between characters that are in wildly different places, and it does not hold your hand as far as giving you information.
Love those shows.
Yeah. It's so interesting because it's clearly a risk for sci-fi to be making a show like this. And it's got to have a huge budget. Its special effects are pretty good.
Do you think that it's really a risk for sci-fi to make a show like this, considering the last plethora of content they've given us has been utter garbage, that they actually needed to start making something good?
That's exactly why I think it's a risk, because they usually make garbage
For very
And
low budgets.
I would naturally tend to think that they would go for something that would court what is traditionally considered the average viewing public.
Now,
But
here's our quick aside.
yeah,
I haven't watched sci-fi in a really long time. Do they still make sci-fi originals?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
yeah, it's like
9 out of 10 of them are horrible. Every now and then
Horribly
they've got... Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
literally,
like...
the fact that this is on the Sci-Fi Channel put me off. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot stacked against it, and man, it's really, really good. This is like, and this is not only is it sci-fi, it's like hard sci-fi, at least TV hard sci-fi.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
As hard sci-fi as you can get with this.
They care about gravity. They care about physics in general.
They care about dying in space.
Yeah, they respect realism in a lot of ways. It's still your kind of typical TV
It's-
dramatism in
Yeah.
many
It's very
capacities.
stylized.
I think so. Like I watched the second episode with you too, and that's when there's a bit of a thing where some of the characters are going to rescue a ship, and it's not orbiting a giant abandoned sci-fi space world. It's just an asteroid. It's just a ship orbiting an asteroid. And
Actually, if I recall, it was one of the moons of Jupiter.
yeah, no, it was just it was just in the asteroid belt.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just in the asteroid belt. That's why they're called belters.
You're right.
Yeah. So the show manages, it doesn't need to go way out of its way and have these huge colorful landscapes. Space is fucking exciting, and it has giant spaceships that look badass. And there's a prolonged action sequence in the second episode that is just the camera zooming all in and out on a ship going real fast through empty space, and it's pretty cool. In addition to that, the lore is very excellent and interesting. If weirdly, as Jareth and I were watching it, you made the comment of like, "Oh, so it's Gundam Wing," like as it was opening.
It's got that like there's Mars, there's Earth, and then there's the colonies.
Yes, and that's a really interesting setting right there, and you can tell as it goes on and as they're explaining things. And you're like not catching details because they're just throwing shit at you. You're like, yeah, this is totally based on a book. It's a lot of information, and you kind of just bask in it and let it wash over you. And over time, you'll start to really retain it.
It's definitely the type of thing that it's worth a look, but it's definitely worth a second look also.
Yeah, because you might not be immediately drawn in, but look, if you're like. If the people who are fans of like Deep Space Nine, any Star Trek, Babylon 5, Stargate, any of that shit, there's no reason they should not be watching this show. And for me, as more of I'm not so into those shows. The storyline that's it's the guy that's the EXO.
The guy who looks like Jay Baruchel, but like badass.
Yeah. The sort of rescue, trapped in the middle of space plot line that's happening. That is what drew me into the show. Like as that unfolded and the way that the first episode closes, and as that goes on, it only gets more interesting. And like, I'm just waiting for more of that. Even as, Thomas Jane, by the way,
he just wants his kids back.
Damn.
His character is weirdly eccentric, and I guess I can see in some ways why it is compared to Firefly.
So are these belters? Could you compare them to the brown coats at all? Sort of, just like the feel that they have, or
more like the thugs in the bars.
Oh, okay.
Of Fireflies in Firefly.
I've got more of from the few I've seen, there's kind of either an anarchist feel to them or like the Russian communist revolution sort of thing going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course there's just the civilians that live on the belt. But
yeah.
There's a lot of unrest happening on the belt because it is between Earth, which is the United Nations, which is a major superpower, and then Mars.
Between in an economic sense, not in the actual physical sense.
Yeah. Because they both are using the belt for...
that doesn't make sense. It's all the way over there.
Yeah. Mars is another superpower, but it's one that we don't see much of until episodes... after episode 3. And they seem like the big, scary bad guy.
The Martians?
Yeah. They're humans.
Yeah,
but they have the intrigue starts up when you discover like, oh, they have very advanced technology, very advanced military, and they might be in cahoots with some of the Belter people.
They leave a lot of information up in the air, so that it's like you're like, what the fuck's going on?
You're gonna keep watching because you're interested to see what happens to these characters that you love now. And then you're interested in what is progressing in the setting. And what's interesting is the sort of the Firefly aspect of the cast is like 5 people basically who are marooned at some point. And they don't show up until like I'd say a third of the way through the first episode.
That's cool.
Yeah. And their story progresses. They're the people you care about. You want to keep watching for them. Thomas Jane's storyline he's kind of an uninteresting, hard-boiled detective guy. but he is also uncovering some very interesting conspiracies. And then meanwhile, you also have a deputy of the United Nations who's arguably my favorite character.
She's pretty cool.
She's fucking ruthless. And she also is uncovering kind of this other, the governmental, the higher up side of these rebellions and the brewing war.
You're going to get to look at all of it from every aspect.
Yeah,
like every angle.
If Game, like I feel like the scope of Game of Thrones is sometimes limited to only the most only the noble houses, you know. Whereas in this, you're getting the highest view, like a sort of street level view, and then like an in the trenches view. And it's very interesting to see unfold, even as not a huge fan of sci-fi television. I think this is probably my favorite series running right now. It's not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not airing. It's not done airing yet, and it is. Here's a stipulation. It's a little annoying. They have put out the first episode nearly everywhere. You can find the first episode on YouTube officially.
Oh shit.
That's how I first watched it. Luckily, I have a friend who I can go to see the rest of the episodes because they have the Sci-Fi Channel. Otherwise, I'd be completely shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Well, if we had Direct
Sci-Fi doesn't do
TV,
Hulu.
Yeah.
well, it is on Hulu, but you have to have you have to sign in and register your Hulu account with your service provider.
Yeah.
You have to have TV.
Yeah.
Basically. So
yeah, you basically have to have a cable TV plan of some kind.
yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, so that is. I do hope that changes, because I have to think that a significant portion of their audience is currently pirating the TV show, which is a shame because it deserves to be getting seen. And you know, I will gladly, like, I wish I could have seen it with ads. I would gladly support the show however it comes about.
With it being released by Sci-Fi as a channel, I can see why they had to do it this
'cause
way.
I don't know if they're a basic cable channel, but they have to make their money somehow.
Yeah. Because it's not like HBO making it. HBO makes movies. So, I mean, Sci-Fi makes movies too, but they're different movies.
I wish, yeah, they are a certain quality of movies. I wish that they would maybe branch out to the internet somehow, make sort of a select, like Nickelodeon did this. Nickelodeon has certain shows that they only air online. Legend of Korra is one of those. And I feel like Sci-Fi could do that, especially because The Expanse is some premium content. So, yeah, I feel like you should absolutely be watching this show unless you absolutely hate space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You sold me. I'm going to go and find this show now.
Yeah, man.
All right. Everybody, we got a Patreon campaign where every single dollar put in there. I know, Jareth. It's fucking bananas. Every dollar put in this campaign gets put directly back into this channel to make it better, because we will all make the channel better together.
Speaking of making the channel better, number one,
top 10 news. Flick Freak. I can't even say the name of our goddamn channel right. Flick Freaks was named the 10th best reaction channel on YouTube.
fuck yeah.
Huzzah.
Yeah, man.
I can't reach you, but I'd high five you.
Well, just clap.
Oh, let's do the...
The ET finger touch.
I was going more for God and Adam, but yeah.
God giving life to Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the most, like... his fingers like, do you want life? Yeah, sure.
So I feel really
so heavy.
I feel really out of the loop on this. So what happened here? Like,
there's a channel on YouTube called Adik the One, and what he did is he put it to the community on YouTube, said, out of the 50 million reaction channels out there, list off your top 10 and send them to me in your rank, and then I'll take all of your votes, and whatever channels get the most will be ranked the highest. And we were ranked number 10.
damn, that's fucking awesome.
I know. I was really happy.
Yeah, man.
Number 2, Netflix confirms Gilmore Girls revival, and Brian's not here to.
Oh my
Girl
god,
out about
Brian,
it. Yeah.
we're here.
Yeah.
I can't even pretend to be half as enthusiastic as he is about this.
I've never seen the show, so
Yeah, me neither.
all I know is they speak really fast.
No, I have seen the show, and it was really difficult to keep track of what was happening.
It was very difficult for me to care.
Yeah. Number 3, we're just going to blast right through these
Fucking,
guys.
yeah.
Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly are set to star in a Laurel and Hardy biopic.
That's probably going to be fun.
I like Laurel and Hardy, and I like Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly is a very underrated actor. He's actually pretty great.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not really fat enough to play,
Hey.
Yeah.
That can be fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how often in Hollywood do you hear somebody say, I had to put on 30 pounds for this?
Not much, actually. So the reboot of The Mummy has landed Tom Cruise as its star. Now, we were talking before that normally reboots don't get bigger actors than the original films do.
Or at least they side grade. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But no, they're going from Brendan Fraser to Tom
This is like what
fucking
they
Cruise.
wish would have happened when they first made the movie.
Yeah.
So do we know for sure he's going to be playing the main character?
I doubt he's playing The Mummy.
Also, do we know if it's like a hard reboot? Like it's just going to be the same movie, basically? Or
I think it's just based off the premise of The Mummy.
Gotcha.
Not like a reboot of the 1990s. Was it 90s? Or was it like early 2000s?
I think it was like 1998 was the first one,
Okay.
maybe.
Well, then it's not a hard reboot of that. It's just The Mummy, the story of Imhotep
Yeah.
coming back. Even the old black and white ones was Imhotep coming back. So
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like a solid, fun adventure movie with a scary villain, and
Tom Cruise will have plenty of room to run in. So.
yeah.
the guy knows how to run to where it looks like he's going fast.
Yeah, you need to give him about a mile of set.
Yeah.
And I think there was like a cracked writer who said that, like, jokingly, was like, and there are like members of the crew that wait outside of the shot with nets to like catch him before he gets too far and loop him back in.
I would just build the set on a giant treadmill.
There you go.
That way you don't have to chase him. You can keep all your cameras stationary and he can run all he wants.
All right. Jareth, I know you're really happy about number 5. Why don't you take it?
Sweet baby Jesus, thank you. Stephen Moffat is stepping down as the showrunner for Doctor Who after season 10. He's going to be replaced by the guy who did Broadchurch.
In Broadchurch, the first season of Broadchurch, because first season of Broadchurch was pretty fucking good. Haven't seen the second season,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Now, here's the thing. He's still going through this year, and he's going to set up for a quote-unquote big event for the fans at the end of the year.
like their Christmas special movie that they do.
Well,
Probably.
they're doing like a Christmas special movie, and then they're releasing this season next year, I think, or something like that. Like, there's not going to be Doctor Who for a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
what it is.
Sort of
and-
like a Day of the Doctor thing where you had both Matt Smith and David Tennant, that movie that they did.
Yeah.
I like that movie actually a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. You're allowed to like that, Andrew.
Made me want to slap babies. Just-
Well, he can crank one more load off onto Doctor Who and let someone else clean up the mess.
All right. Netflix will create an animated series for Stretch Armstrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Sure.
How?
Why not?
Why?
I don't know.
Sure. I know. I'm like, where the audience is going to be children who never played with those dolls? What? Okay, sure. Why not?
Or, yeah, it was like 30-somethings like me who played with Stretch Armstrong don't really care about an animated series, and kids don't know who Stretch Armstrong is.
I'll tell you what. 30-somethings like you, plenty of 30-somethings have kids, and they'll be like, oh, I remember Stretch Armstrong. I'll just show this to my kids.
Or maybe they're making it to get kids interested in Stretch Armstrong so that they can remake the toy.
Dude, that thing, did you ever have one?
Yeah.
So, yeah, stretch him 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and then he rips, and then you get that tree sap everywhere.
Yep, I cried for like the rest of the day.
I hurt
Yeah.
myself with it.
Just like stretch it too far. It's like whoop, slap in the face.
Because I wanted to see how far I could stretch it, so I'd like attach it to something and then pull it as hard as I could, and then it'd come loose, and then I'd just get a freaking giant Stretch Armstrong bitch slap.
Which it doesn't really make sense because his arms would rip like day one. They're not that strong.
Nope.
He's stretch arm weak.
Well, hey, you stretch your arms 10 feet out
Yeah, but I'm
and
not.
see if you don't rip.
His name isn't Stretch Armstrong, though.
Yeah.
Totally different.
You're right.
So there's going to be a sort of remake for The Birth of a Nation, and it is kicking ass at the Sundance Film Festival.
Can I just say,
Okay, here's the thing. This is why I said it's a sort of remake.
okay.
So it's not the birth of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Ku Klux Klan. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
even say it right. I don't give a shit about them. Fuck them. But what it is they've taken the title Birth of a Nation and they've totally done a 180 about it. I believe the slave's name was Nate Turner. He led a slave rebellion. And that's what this movie's about.
Oh.
So yeah, they've totally done a 180. It's not about, the oppression of African Americans.
Yeah.
It's about the
Which neither was Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation was about the heroic Ku Klux Klan rising to save the day from the savages.
yes. Did you guys ever watch that movie?
I
Nope.
did.
I've seen it.
I watched it in high school.
We had a film history class, and that's when we watched it.
See, I saw this on the list, and I was like, oh, something about America. Great. Cool.
No. It's
It is-
the first full-length feature film in history.
Yeah.
And it's
is
a
the
Ku
KKK.
Klux Klan promotional video.
Nailed it.
Yeah. So
Good
that's
job,
what.
history.
Effectively, I mean, it was just a film. I mean, it was just like no one was like, "It's the KKK," propaganda. It was just a film,
well,
and-
at that time, it was the film.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the film, and predominantly funded by the KKK.
Yeah.
Uh,
A bunch of
wealthy white
blackface actors and.
it was
Also, it was before animal rights, like where they had
yeah.
no animals were harmed in the making of this. You literally see somebody kill a dog.
Rude.
Yeah.
And those horses were not treated well. There's a lot of horses in the film as well.
Jesus. Yeah. So it's 3.5, 4 hours long. It's a
Good
long
God.
ass- Well, it's silent film,
Mhm.
so it's probably 3 hours, and then
But you have to pause for
pause
the text.
for the subtag. Yeah.
Oh.
So the film starts with the Civil War, then it goes to Abraham Lincoln being assassinated, and then it goes back to the family that was in the Civil War coming back home. Oh, everything's okay now. Abraham Lincoln is dead. It's all good.
Yeah.
Then the blacks come, and they're raping and killing the women. But luckily, some men take it upon themselves to take out the scourge that is the African Americans.
Do I remember correctly that they used swords? Did they use swords?
They use swords, yeah.
Okay.
And,
I thought I had that. I have images of them riding on horses with like.
at the very end, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cavalry sabers, yo.
And- yeah, it was cavalry sabers, and that's Birth of a Nation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
America.
Speaking of fucking terrible ideas, a
Oh,
Labyrinth
no.
sequel was announced less than 2 weeks after David Bowie passed away.
How? It doesn't need a sequel?
No, it's perfect.
It wraps up pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was going to be a remake.
Well, it said sequel / remake.
Oh.
So
So is it going to be like a...
they don't know what it's going to be yet. They know they're going to do something.
So is it going to be kind of like another soft reboot thing like they did with Jurassic World? Where it's a
If
sequel,
they can make it as
but-
good as Jurassic World was, and sure.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking
Is
if we
Colin Trevorrow going to do it as well
Yeah.
in space?
if I at this point I used to dismiss any time we talked about reboots, but at this point I've seen enough reboots or soft reboots to say this could be done.
we're
right.
we're in a good age for it now.
And if it's especially if it's done kind of as homage to David Bowie.
God damn it, they better dedicate it to his ass.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if they don't, I think they just burned down the
His
studio, right?
His ass, the bulge,
the bulge,
and all of the
fuzz
glitter.
bulge.
the
and
bulge
then-
gave me my name.
And it's very true. You are Jareth, and so is his character. Speaking of sequels, Jet Li will play the villain in the Triple X sequel.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a Triple X sequel now?
Yeah. This one does not star Ice Cube. This one is going back to Vin Diesel.
Oh, good.
Not that makes it better.
I
but-
don't know why I said that.
Oh, thank God.
I recently saw a video of Vin Diesel selling Street Shark toys that was just amazing.
That's
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely look at it.
Speaking of Colin Trevorrow in Jurassic World, he literally, I got to make sure I say this right so everybody understands what I'm saying. So Colin Trevorrow, who we all know, he gave us Jurassic World. He's also going to be directing Episode 9 of Star Wars. He literally wants to shoot some of the scenes in fucking space.
What
Like
happens?
real space.
What happens if like John Boyega gets like depressurized out there, and then you just lost John Boyega?
That's true. Stunt doubles is what happens.
Okay,
so we'll
great.
lose-
So you just lost that stunt double in space.
yeah. So, I mean,
Okay, so I've read 2 articles, and maybe you guys can help me because I'm not well versed on cameras and cinematography and stuff like that.
okay.
So I read 2 reports. It's going to be filmed IMAX in space.
Okay.
Is IMAX film or is it digital?
I'm pretty sure it's digital.
Because I read 2 things where Colin Trevorrow said he wants to shoot IMAX in space, right?
Yeah.
Great, awesome. But then there was another article that came out that says he wants to shoot the entire thing in film.
That would be so hard.
Ooh.
Because doesn't film respond poorly to intense cold?
Maybe that's why the IMAX scenes would be digital. But
Jesus.
yeah, because he said in a report that I want to shoot Star Wars all on film, and then Christopher Nolan came out and said, I totally approve of this because film is an underappreciated form of storytelling when it comes to film. I don't want it to become like vinyl. That's what he said. He
Mm.
doesn't want it to become a niche.
Yeah.
But then if film doesn't respond well to cold temperatures, which I don't know how they film Hateful Eight.
Maybe it's
but,
not. Maybe it's, well, there's a big difference between it's 10 degrees outside and it is actually 0 degrees.
Yes, absolute 0.
Yeah. I mean, is it possible Colin Trevorrow's talking out of his ass? Is it possible that he's not?
He
at
said
all
he
gonna do
wants
this?
to. He said he wants to.
Yeah.
He asked Disney. Disney has not responded yet.
Okay.
But I thought it was an insane enough news article that we had to
oh
report on
no,
it.
it's like totally newsworthy because the thing is that Disney's probably going, we could do
We
this.
could be the first people to film a movie in space.
Yeah. And I mean,
Take that.
movie
Neil
budgets
Armstrong.
being what they are now.
Almost
And
called
as you
him
guys
Stretch
know,
Armstrong on
as
accident.
soon as they had that discussion, Walt Disney's coffin just raised the lid just a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, and me.
And then someone was like, "There's a black person as the main character in your film," and he's like,
The lid shut.
yeah. So I think that'd be truly interesting. I just hope that this isn't going to be
Speaking of Birth of a Nation.
Peter
Little late on
Jackson. Like how Peter Jackson shot like The Hobbit just with what did he use?
He used the exact same technology
It
that
was
he
like-
used for the original Lord of the Rings, just so they would look the same, and it just didn't work.
I thought he shot it in like 90 frames per second or something. 120.
60.
That's what it was.
60 FPS.
That's what it was, and it made it look a little weird to some people.
Because the human eye can only interpret, I think it's 45 FPS.
Okay.
So whenever you do the 60, it looks just a little too fluid and comic-ish.
Well,
Yeah.
that and the higher frames per second are more useful for scenes of intense, distant action, like, say, a football game.
Yeah.
Because you're watching that, and it still looks kind of weird, but when you're looking at it from afar and there's a lot going on, it's
like when
easier
they-
to register.
It's like when you're watching a slow motion camera, and it's
Sped
like
up.
super high detail.
Yeah. Just
Uh,
sped up.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, if you're watching 60 frames per second on somebody talking, you're seeing more than you would be if you were watching them talk.
You're like, I'm
Yeah.
overstimulated right now, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, rounding back around, Star Wars, God, they got to be careful with getting to, it's already super ambitious to be making this many movies with Star Wars.
They should. If you just ask me, I think they should stick to this new trilogy. Don't
Yeah.
do these offshoots. I don't know. Rogue One could be good. The Boba Fett one.
And then Han Solo.
Don't do Han. They're gonna fuck.
Oh, they're gonna fuck
That-
it
they're gonna
up.
fuck that up.
I get a little dodgy when they start talking about stuff like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
But-
gonna wrap it up for top 10 news. You have one last thing you want to say about that?
if they do this,
Okay.
I think it could be good. Not really for movies, but for humanity as a whole.
Okay.
If we start looking at space in a more casual fashion,
Yeah.
something like, yeah, space, fuck it. They shot Star Wars up there for real, yo. You know?
Fair enough. Way to be an optimist.
No, I totally understand what you're saying because it's kind of the way that people in the 16 and 1700s looked at the ocean as this insurmountable titan that, you know,
It's still pretty scary, guys. There's sharks in
I'm
that
scared,
bitch.
scared shitless of the ocean. But, you know, it's not. Space right now is the ocean to them.
Yeah.
It is this insurmountable task.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but now we look at the ocean as nothing. Maybe one day. I got another sneeze coming on. I can feel it. Strawberries, 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 strawberries. Okay, we're good.
Am I having a stroke?
Did you not know that?
What?
If you ever have a sneeze coming on, start repeating strawberries over and over again, and you won't
Okay.
sneeze.
Weird. I'll
Yeah.
try it.
The more you know.
But you know, the one thing is, you know how before you sneeze, you get your sinuses build up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stuffed up now. So, okay. We got a store, bitches.
We do.
So,
Bitches.
yeah. If you head over to shop. Did you hear that whistle S?
What?
You know, whenever you.
I can't do a
yeah.
whistle S, yeah.
Oh.
But I whistle lessened. So if you head over to shop.spreadshirt.com/flickfreaks, we have t-shirts, coffee mugs, phone, tablet cases. I'm actually going to buy a phone case.
Be careful not to go / for Flick Freaks. That's a different thing.
Dude.
Is it?
I don't think it actually is.
Okay.
I'm-
I was like, I want to hear the story.
Did you find I wonder if there's like fan fiction of like our YouTube page yet.
Well.
that would be weird, but awesome, maybe?
It's a high praise whenever somebody starts writing fan fiction about you.
Or drawing pictures of you.
Actually, we do have a couple of fan art photos, so that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I imagine they are of your mustache.
A lot of them
Yeah.
are of the mustache, yeah. One of them drew a picture of me, and I swear to God, I look like Geraldo and
Geraldo Rivera?
Geraldo Rivera. And I'm like, yeah, we both have mustaches, but I don't have glasses. That's not my nose, and I'm not going gray, I don't think.
Well,
No.
Yeah, they did a fan art photo. And I'm
perhaps
like,
you have an illustrious journalism career coming ahead of you.
I did take a few journalism classes in college.
Well.
That's how I knew how to do all this podcast shit.
Podcast shit.
The fact that I call it podcast shit should let you all know I didn't graduate.
No, I think that's the technical term.
Podcast shit. I'm sure that's how like highbrow news outlets think of podcast as shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the same way they think of blogging.
I mean, we
Yeah.
are essentially
They're
We-
dicker jibs.
we are unregulated radio shows.
Okay, so before we get into the top 10 video games of 2015, I saw it. You can't hide it. So last week, whenever we were going to do this, or it was 2 weeks ago, we did the top 10 films.
Yeah.
You came in with a beer koozie cardboard holder
Yes.
that you'd written your list on, Jareth.
I lost
This
that.
week, you have a Brahms receipt.
Yes.
What'd you get at Brahms?
A jalapeno pepper jack combo. It's
Are they
number
not the
3.
fucking best?
They are. It was a really bad choice that day, though, because I had a lot of
Heartburn.
heartburn.
Oh, it's worth it. No, you got to get a shake with it. Neutralize
Oh, I
it.
totally did, but I got really bad heartburn, and I was like 3 days off my medicine, so
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
What kind of what did you get? Chocolate shake?
I got vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay.
I don't like chocolate.
I love chocolate shakes.
Me too. That's always what I get, unless I'm feeling froggy.
Froggy, and then
Ribbit.
you'll get strawberry.
Yeah. No, I'll get like a sundae or some shit. Now I want ice cream.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice day outside in Springfield, Missouri. It's like 60 degrees.
Crap, now they know where we are.
What is the
Target
temperature
acquired.
outside?
Probably like 50.
It's currently 68 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
Damn.
It's room temp out there.
Actually, my room temp in here is 72. That's my ideal temp.
Nice.
That's why it's freaking.
So, as you can guess, we've mentioned it several times. We're going to move on now to the top 10 video games of 2015. That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
For each of us individually, not like
Yes.
as a
sorry.
whole.
So, I'm going to start this week because I didn't play that many games. I played exactly 10 video games.
Okay.
And I know you guys played way more video games.
We do.
So you will have much more to say. Starting from 10, moving to 1, number 10 is going to make you guys mad.
Okay.
Because I know this game is going to be really high on your list.
Okay.
The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Didn't care for it all that much.
I'm gonna.
I actually have I have not played it, and I probably won't. I have only so much room in my life for RPGs.
You don't have 200 plus hours.
No.
Okay. So, yeah, I can see it's not like I'm blind to the fact where I don't get why people would love that game.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to love that game.
It's 200 plus hours of constant, valuable content.
It may have just been the controls. I really wasn't a fan of the controls. Like, spoiler, you start off with that griffin fight pretty much. It's within the first hour of the game.
Well, depends on how long you spend in the tutorial area, but yeah. I spent like 24 hours there.
Oh, really?
I did everything.
Okay. Well, I spent 5 minutes. Maybe that's why I didn't. Maybe if I spent more time in the tutorial area, I would have spent like forever on that griffin fight. It took fucking forever. And I kept dying. I'm like, well, I can get one hit in, and then he flies away. It was really annoying.
Use your Quinn sign, man.
Huh?
Quinn sign. Puts up a shield on you.
You're doing hand gestures.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what the signs are. They're hand gestures.
Jareth is a witcher.
You are a perpetual witch. No, and whenever you play
He's
this,
a wizarder.
wizarder.
There's one of the spell things you have is called Quinn, and it puts up a one-hit shield on you. So anytime you take a hit, it pops the shield, and you're still fine.
Oh, it's like a bubble.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is your
Paladin
best
bubble.
friend in that entire game.
Well, then I
Coming
will.
from Jareth, who played it on what difficulty level?
I don't remember what the hardest is called, but it's the hardest.
Okay. Nice. So, number 9 on my list,
I
Rainbow
think it's called Death March.
Death
Okay.
March.
Balls.
It sounds like a pretty hardcore version of a game. The
Yeah.
Death March. Now, what studio makes The Witcher? It's
CD Projekt Red, one of the
and
best
they are
studios
in
out there.
Denmark. Or-
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, Copenhagen, right? Yeah, it's Copenhagen,
Is it?
Denmark.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I'm probably just talking out my ass, but it sounds right. All right. Number 9 on my list. One of my favorite games growing up was Rainbow Six Rogue Spear.
Oh, yeah.
This year, Rainbow Six Siege, number 9.
Mhm.
Pretty fun game.
Super fun game.
It can get repetitive really quick.
Yes.
Well,
But
yeah.
if you play it in bursts, it's a lot of fun. Rainbow Six Siege, number 9. Number 8, Evolve.
Okay.
I really liked Evolve. That was a fun
It
game.
was pretty fun.
Because I don't know about you guys, but like as soon as they said 4v1, I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm
asymmetrical.
sold. I'm so fucking sold.
Asymmetrical multiplayer. It's
You
basically
get to play a boss?
Yeah. How many did you get to play it with friends, or did you play it online?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
I feel like that must have significantly amped up your enjoyment of the game, because
Friends make it just that much better.
I never got to play it that way, and I've always wanted to.
I only played it online, and I only ever lost one game as the monster.
Dude, it's if your group knows how to like fight, get that monster early on. Don't let him level up to 3.
Yeah.
Once he
Well-
gets to 3, actually, I've lost as the monster at level 3 before.
Damn.
These guys were fucking good. I
The-
think they were a team. Like
the
a
one
pro
time
team.
that I lost, as the monster, I was level 3. It was a hard fight, and it came down to the last guy. Like, just he got me.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was the hunter, I think, because it was the chick with Daisy.
Oh, fuck Daisy. Fuck Daisy in the ass. Because whenever you're playing as the hunters and you
Yeah.
have Daisy, she'll take you in the total wrong direction.
Yeah.
That's why you kind of have to be careful with whether or not you trust her.
No, fuck Daisy's senses, but she is the best whenever, / the worst. Whenever you're the monster, she runs around reviving
And
everybody.
she's real easy to ignore.
Yes.
Well, the good thing is my tactic was always take one person out and then drop back as much as I can and wait for somebody to go for them.
Yeah.
As soon as I did that, I just hit them with every AoE I had.
For me, I always take out the medic first, then the trapper, then is it the demolition or just heavy, whatever that class is called?
The guy who actually hurts you.
Yeah, and then the assault class. Yeah,
Oh no,
or
this
tracker. Is it tracker, then trapper, and then assault, and then medic?
something like that. I can't remember. I played this like right when it came out, and then that's it.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like February or March, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like this.
I
game a
rented
lot.
it, so I think I
Oh.
rented it twice.
Right
So
on.
I had it for like 2
Was
weeks.
Evolve on PS4?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought for some reason I had it in my head as an Xbox exclusive. It's totally off. Number 7.
Math.
Yes, Mortal Kombat X.
Oh,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat, one of my favorite series ever. Love Mortal Kombat. I remember the reason I became a gamer is
Yeah.
whenever I got my Sega. I was a casual gamer with my NES, playing Duck Hunt and Mario.
Sure.
Those were the only games I had for the NES.
Yeah.
Didn't have any other games. When I got the Sega, that's whenever I became a gamer. Whenever I got Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and then just from there going to Aladdin's Castle
Oh,
in
man.
the arcade and waiting in line with my bag of quarters just to play as Sub-Zero
yeah.
and kick everybody's ass. This game, obviously the most violent video game of all time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
like,
Like,
not even close.
I
to
You
that's
can rip
anything.
a
why-
guy's spine out.
That's why I did not play Mortal Kombat X, because I was just looking at screenshots and I was like, oh, Jesus.
Hands down the most violent game ever.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel, one of my favorite YouTube channels. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They're called Raka Raka.
Uh-uh.
They're a New Zealand skit team, and their skits they make the most violent videos on YouTube.
Mhm.
And since it's skit, they can't be flagged for gore because it's a mockery.
Huh.
And they did a mockery of fatalities in
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. The most violent video on YouTube, people were throwing up. It was so violent.
Jesus.
Like,
God damn.
I was this close to getting sick.
Fuck, man.
But at the same time, it was awesome for the simple
Yeah.
fact that they were making fun of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But this game, I love the fact that they have so many awesome characters, not only in the Mortal Kombat universe, but they also bring in with their DLC combat packs. I don't know if you guys like
Yeah.
Predator, Alien,
Yes. I did see that.
Freddy.
I thought
Jason.
Alien was relatively recent.
It's the newest combat pack.
Okay. Yeah.
And you guys know who Baraka is?
Yeah.
So the
Baraka
Xenomorph
Obama.
pops out of Baraka. So it's half Baraka, half Xenomorph.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
It's got like the blades in the arms and a shorter head than a Xenomorph, but it has like the Baraka style fangs.
Scary monster face.
Yeah. It's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, if it pops out of Baraka,
Yes.
can Baraka fight the Xenomorph?
Yes.
He's like, get back in there.
Oh, no. Like, it's not like he pops out. Like, it's a fully grown Xenomorph, but it's just like, how Xenomorphs are in the style of humans. This is the Xenomorph in the style of a Baraka.
Gotcha.
Which, for a long time, I didn't realize Baraka is a race.
Yeah.
of
Apparently.
people. There are a plethora. I love the word plethora today of Baraka. What is a plethora?
There's a cornucopia of Barakas.
Just a basket of fruits and
Guys,
Barakas.
Baraka Obama.
I already did that.
Yeah,
When?
that's a pretty old joke.
Just now.
Guess I heard you subconsciously and didn't care what you said because it was funnier when I said it.
No, that joke's been around since he was elected into office.
Yeah.
So
Baraka or Barack Obama?
Barack Obama.
No, I meant since Barack. Never mind. Number 6.
Yeah, number 6. So number 6, we have COD Blops 3.
Okay. How was that? I did not play it.
You know what? I love FPSs.
Yep.
I was pretty worn out on the whole Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like, oh my fucking God, I get it.
Yeah.
But
3 games a year.
3 games a year, which this year they're going back to Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward was always my favorite Call of Duties. Those were normally the only ones I bought were the Infinity Ward ones.
Yeah.
I'd never played any of the other Black Ops games. Didn't care to, but a lot of people online that I do Let's Plays with, and also the community's like, no, dude, play Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm like, fucking fine. It's a fun game. The story of the campaign is trippy as balls.
It's like the thing that Black Ops is known for.
So,
is that Treyarch?
Treyarch
Yeah.
is this one. Yeah. So the thing with this one is it's, modern / futuristic.
Right. Near future.
Near future that they've been doing. And they were doing chip implantations to make people smarter, faster, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But a virus takes over the chips, and you start seeing these weird psychedelic, like weird fucking shit. Like you get transported back in your near future modern suit to fight in World War II. You take on these, you played WoW, right?
Yeah.
So you get transported to like these weird floating Draenei areas or like floating land masses, and you just got to hop from them to others. And it's weird as fuck, but it's a lot of fun. And my favorite thing is you can have custom loadouts in the campaign now.
Oh, good.
So like you choose like what suits you want to wear, what guns you want to wear. You can put like different paint jobs on the guns. You can customize your own paint jobs. And it's just great. I love it. It was a lot of fun. So thank you to everybody who said I should be playing that game. A lot of fun.
Number 5.
Number 5, Halo 5 Guardians.
Fitting.
Worst campaign of any of the Halos.
Mhm.
Best multiplayer of any of the Halos.
Yeah,
I
that
really
multiplayer
wish I
was
could spend
fucking
more
awesome.
time with it.
You are welcome anytime you'd like to come over here and play multiplayer.
Jarrett just nods his head.
Yes. So,
Oh, yeah. Sorry. On a podcast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I really hated the fact that the story was 80% Locke, 20% John.
Yeah. Do you think? I never got to ask you this, but do you think that was the studio trying to pass the torch?
They are.
Okay.
And I think that they got the message from the fan base. We don't like Locke.
Yeah.
We fucking hate Locke. Nobody gives a shit. We started with John. We want to finish with John.
That's right.
John is the man. It's sort of like, okay, if they were to continue the Mass Effect
Yeah.
and they just
They
continued on
are.
past... No, but what I'm saying is that they continued on past 3 and they wanted to continue with that story, except instead of playing as John again, which you can technically change your name, but the default name is John.
Yeah.
Shepard.
Shepard.
So,
I would say it'd be like if Mario.
I wouldn't mind playing as Garrus, but Garrus is actually awesome.
Yes.
If you had to end up playing as...
I would say think like Mario. If Nintendo was like, okay, it's Luigi's turn now.
But
which they did, and see how that game turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all of Mario is about fucking Mario.
Yeah.
Luigi is like, he's not even second best to his own brother. He's like third best, and Mario is first and second.
Like,
No, I'd say number 1's actually Yoshi, and then number 2
Yeah.
is
Well,
Mario.
but anyway, Master Chief is like an iconic video game character up there with Mario.
They make
you know?
fucking movies about this guy.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Forward Unto Dawn, the movie?
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah, it was
good.
pretty damn good.
Yeah, like surprisingly good. And then, do you remember the Halo 3 commercials leading up to it where they did like the museum?
Believe.
Believe?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got chills. I'm getting chills thinking about those commercials right
Yeah.
now. They
And
were
all
really
the talk
fucking
about a Halo movie back then was like super exciting.
good. Yeah. Well, you know what that movie turned into, don't you?
Didn't it turn into District 9?
District 9. Yeah.
The dustiest motherfucking movie in history.
Yeah, they filmed a whole bunch of scenes for the Halo movie. Peter Jackson dropped out, and then Neil Blomkamp's like, I can use that, and yeah, Halo became District 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it gets really weird and psychedelic in this one as well. As I don't want to spoil the campaign, as bad as it is, there's enough in there to where the premise was really cool, but it was just poorly executed.
Because that was a really cool premise.
Yeah. Spoilers, you can skip ahead 10 seconds. Cortana is now the villain.
That is not at all surprising to me.
Yeah.
That is literally my expectation.
Yeah, but it's awesome. But it just wasn't executed.
Well, I'm just
Because-
saying, just because it's my expectation doesn't mean it's bad.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But the thing I really didn't like about the campaign is there's a boss battle. And, you know, for levels, like, oh man, this guy's huge. I can't wait to see what the next boss is. It's the same boss over and over again. He just keeps regenerating.
Hmm.
And like, oh, you want to make this boss fight harder? How about 2 of this boss? And at the end of the entire campaign, how about 5 of these
Oh,
bosses?
Jesus.
I'm like, really? Just fucking new idea. Nobody give fuck you.
Yeah.
But multiplayer, holy fuck.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Oh, it's good. Jareth, you came over once and you played the multiplayer.
Super fucking fun.
It's so good. Hands down. And I thought Halo 2 had the best multiplayer. This has got the torch now for the best multiplayer in a Halo game. Probably one of the best multiplayers.
Yeah.
And that's why it's above Call of Duty. Next up on the list, Arkham Knight.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like Arkham Knight because it's, you know, tank heavy. I didn't mind that.
I thought the Batmobile stuff was fucking awesome.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was fun. It didn't make my list, but it was fun.
Yeah. I think it was a simple fact that Mark Hamill came back.
Dude.
And he sold
The stuff with the Joker in that game is so fucking awesome.
not just this game. I'm pretty sure you mean like this, like Arkham City, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
this
they-
one.
Yeah, of course, but then the way that the Arkham Knight handled Joker
Yeah.
was not what most people expected, and first time
It
he
was
shows
fucking
up,
brilliant.
yeah,
I think Mike was there whenever I got to that part in it, and I like put the controller down. I was like, paused it, and I'm like, nope.
yeah,
Like, what's fucking happening?
yeah,
You had the exact same reaction, except I paused it and I went, thank you, thank you, thank you, because he was my favorite parts. Obviously, Mark Hamill is my favorite Joker.
Yep.
He will always be my favorite Joker. I'm sorry, Jared Leto, you can't live up to that. Heath
No.
Ledger couldn't live up to that.
no,
So, next up after Arkham Knight, Fallout 4.
yes,
Really fun game. Like,
that is such a fucking good.
the
game.
only reason why it's not like higher on this list is for the simple fact that building part is fucking bad.
oh yeah,
It's that,
and yet
they
so
could've
many
been-
people, it takes up the majority of their playtime in that game.
and if they just cleaned it up a little bit, smoothed out the edges, it could look. I could make a community that looked great, and it wouldn't take me 17 fucking hours.
Yeah,
I want to actually play the game. I don't want to play Minecraft.
I know.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Never finished that campaign.
No, and I don't suspect too many people. I know that most of the people who have played that game have probably sunk in countless hours and have not finished the campaign,
Yeah.
which is kind of a shame because the campaign's pretty cool.
I got to the twist, and then I backed out.
Yeah.
Not because the campaign stopped being interesting to me. The gameplay started to, because I was like a level 120 and I was unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I have the highest power armor. I have the highest level gun. It just nothing was scary anymore. I saw a Deathclaw. I'm like, oh, it's a Deathclaw. Pew pew.
Yeah.
And yeah. It just wasn't a challenge anymore.
I killed
Bethesda.
Well, I mean, Bethesda used to scale shit with you so that
Yeah.
you were always getting fucked up no matter what.
Next up on the list, number 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Is it that good?
I'm thinking about it now. If these other two games hadn't come out last year, easily would have been number one.
Damn.
Holy fuck. Did you guys play the other Tomb Raider?
I've been wanting to.
That other Tomb Raider game is fantastic. Didn't think this game could be, as good as it. It's my number one Xbox game of the year.
Wow.
Number one Xbox game of the year.
Damn.
So, yeah. Play Tomb Raider, then play Rise of the Tomb Raider. Oh, wait, you guys don't have an Xbox, do you?
No, I can still play the first one, then. But.
Yeah. You could play the first one, yeah. It's really good. Dark. These games are dark and gritty. It's not sexualized like the other Tomb Raider games are. This is Xbox's Uncharted.
Yeah.
It feels, if you like Uncharted, you will love Tomb Raider.
What if I don't like Uncharted?
And then there's a possibility you won't like Tomb Raider because they feel very similar.
Because I don't like Uncharted.
Okay. Then I would say, unless you just really want to try it, if you have loved Tomb Raider games in the past, just think of a darker, more realistic Tomb Raider. The tits aren't taking up half the screen.
I'm out.
Yeah. All right.
If I don't have pixel boobs.
Yeah. Number 2, Bloodborne.
Oh, yeah.
It's because I'm a huge From Software fan. Dark Souls, fucking great games. Really excited for Dark Souls 3. I am going to put so much time and energy into that game.
Yeah. Man, Bloodborne is like... How great is it that a game like Bloodborne is as big as it is now? Like that it has the following that it has.
If you look back at like the original Demon Souls, you wouldn't expect those games to take off like they did, considering how hard they were.
Yeah.
But I think that's really what drew people in, is because whenever you do kill something, it could be a guy on the street or it could be a boss. You feel like you accomplished something.
Yeah.
Your neighbor next door, you could kill him. You feel like you accomplished it.
Yeah.
Because you played Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Great.
For the simple fact that you could kill a boss your first go around.
Yeah.
And then you could walk down the street and a random NPC can kick your ass.
Something just bites your ankle off with no warning.
Yeah.
That game is like, it takes trial and error to like this zoomed out cosmic like Zen-like state that you have to be in to beat that game, because you pass frustration.
Ooh, yeah.
Like you have to get into the state where you understand that failure is part of the natural cycle of this game.
And the more you fail, the harder the game gets because it takes away your life.
Yeah. It's like a roguelike that kicks you in the nuts every time you die.
Yeah.
And then makes you sit through a load screen.
I did not like them very much.
Yeah. But if you're not a fan of
either.
farming, you're going to hate this game.
Yeah.
You will hate this game if you hate farming.
Yeah.
But like once you like the beast, like the first dire wolf beast thing that you fight on the bridge with the fucked up tree arm.
Yeah.
Which, another thing, these games are weird as shit when it comes to like the creations of their characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like tree wolves and shit like that.
Some of the monsters in that fucking game, dude. Like,
yeah.
Like Jareth and I were watching someone play it, and like, I was just like, this thing would normally be fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
But like,
we got into a discussion on like how media has affected us.
Yeah, because it was the one that's like nothing but arms and legs.
Yeah.
What's that thing
in Dark
called?
Souls or in this?
In
Bloodborne.
No.
It's the thing. It's in Yahar Ghul.
Everything's in Yargul pretty much. Well, besides once you get to the forest,
Is it called
I
like
guess.
The Awoken or some shit like that?
Firstborn or something. The Unborn, Reborn, something like that.
Oh, they just like sludge around on the ground.
Yeah, and it's got like
Yeah.
a shitload of arms and
Yeah.
legs and like one head, and it keeps going back and forth on
Yeah.
itself.
I was like, that thing is fucking repulsing and terrifying.
Yeah.
And if I showed that to my mom, she would projectile vomit immediately.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yeah, that's the thing we're fighting.
Honestly, I thought those giant pigs were just the grossest things.
Giant pig things. I don't remember those.
They're just big pigs. They're regular monsters.
Oh, okay.
I just, for some reason, they grossed me the fuck out. I don't know why.
It's weird because as soon as you talked about them, I just immediately rated them on the list of threats, and I was like, oh, they're low down. I don't care.
No, they're easy to kill. It's just I thought they were gross.
Yeah.
Number 1 game of 2015.
Dun dun dun.
Until Dawn.
Yep. I could
I
have
had
called
so
that.
much fucking fun with that game.
Yeah.
So good.
I still need to finish my playthrough.
You do. We
Cock
need to
block
record
that shit forever.
Man, poor Michael. You just hated that guy so much.
He was a tool.
But yeah, if you haven't played Until Dawn, highly recommend you do it. I don't know how many times I played through that game, and every single time I do, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
And good luck trying to get every single person to survive. Holy fuck. That is like the hardest thing to do. There's a mechanic in the game where it detects motion in the controller and you're not allowed to move the controller. And when I say don't move, I mean if you breathe in like you're dead.
Wow.
Like you got to hold your breath. And like even that sometimes don't sit in a chair that like weeble wobbles.
I have shaky hands.
Yeah, you will die.
Hope you don't have Parkinson's.
Yeah. If you have Parkinson's, don't play Until Dawn. Game's just not
Or
gonna
set
work
the
for you.
controller down real fast before that section starts.
I have to admit, that's the only way I beat the game with everybody surviving is I set the controller down.
Wow.
Because it's that sensitive.
Jesus.
And you can't adjust that sensitivity.
See, now that's a game. So Heavy Rain is another game in that similar style, where it's that kind of video game novel sort of thing.
It's an interactive movie.
Yeah, and it's an interesting because until Heavy Rain was an excellent game, but I didn't like it all that much.
Yeah.
It wasn't in my style. Plus all the popping up buttons things like just kept killing me because I couldn't keep track of them. Where it'd be like, hit triangle! Oh my god! And I'd be like, Until Dawn is that done right for me.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like I was in control, but I didn't know what the option meant. I was like, yeah, I totally want to do this. And then I was like, well, crap, now I'm dead.
Yep. Other thing, and I know you guys don't really hark on this all that much, and normally I don't either, but the graphics in this game,
They were really good.
besides The Order 1886, is the most realistic game I've ever seen, except The Order 1886 sucked balls. So,
But it looked real pretty while it did it.
yeah, it looked the most beautiful piece of shit on the planet. Beautiful turd.
Glistening in the sunlight.
Who wants to go next?
I will.
Sure.
All right.
So, Mike's top 10.
Oh, Jareth.
The Inception noise. All right. So, 2015.
I'm just looking at that on our soundbar.
Just blue.
It's just blue.
So coming in at number 10 for me is a little game called Kingdom. This is a 2D side-scrolling tower building game. It is fucking gorgeous. And it belongs to this subset of games that I'm very endeared to, which is games that you really only play these games for about 30 minutes to an hour at the most. Because it has kind of that roguelike cycle where you play for that long and die and have to start over.
Yeah.
I play nothing that way.
And so for me, it's great to pick up and put down, and it's so gorgeous. The pixel art in this game is amazing. If you had any doubt about what pixel art was capable of, just play Kingdom. The music is excellent, and it does a lot without having to tell you really anything. Very simple game, very elegant, and it's a testament to the rest of the games on this list that it didn't make it higher.
Nice.
So number 9 is a game that basically came out in 2015 called Rivals of Aether, and this is a Super Smash Brothers clone, basically.
It's pretty great.
Have you played it?
I played it at RTX.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun. It is basically a pixel art Super Smash Brothers with an extra button, I think.
Yeah.
I think it has an extra command on there. The characters are all really different and interesting. The environments are super cool. I mean, honestly, this is like my go-to party game if I'm not saying like, let's play, something from the SNES.
Let's play Super Smash Bros. No.
Yeah.
How about Rivals? Okay.
Yeah, seriously, that's how it is for me. I think Super Smash Brothers is awesome, and I will absolutely never shit on Super Smash Brothers. But
They
for
have
my money,
Cloud as one of the people you can play as now.
that's true. That's very true. If you're into the characters in Super Smash Brothers, I mean, there's no beating it. But since I'm not,
Sorry, just to interrupt you once again. Sorry. Who's your go-to Super Smash Bros. Character?
Link.
Link?
Yep.
I don't have. Well, Fox.
Yeah.
Fox.
Star
I had a
Fox.
feeling you'd be a Fox guy.
Fucking Star Fox was my jam.
Falco. Captain Falco.
Falco is cooler than
Falcon
Fox,
Punch!
but I
Oh,
had trouble.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah, Captain Falcon.
You seem like a Captain Falcon guy.
Yeah.
I feel like you can tell a lot by a person based on their Super Smash Brothers character.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so number 8, Chroma Squad. Damn,
That game's awesome.
I don't know. This game is so fucking cool. It is a tactics RPG. With some really good RPG elements and customization, but the real joy and fun of this game is that it is a
Super Sentai or whatever.
it's a Super Sentai centered game. So you are this team of people who are running your Sentai studio. So you're basically the Power Rangers, if you don't know what Super Sentai is. And you, at the beginning of the game, you pick the identities of each of the 5 people, and the cast you can pick from is excellent.
I had a beaver and a robot on my team.
Yeah.
Those were the actors.
Why am I not playing this game?
I know. One of the guys I had is a man in a panda suit.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can choose what color they are, and they each have different roles in the team, and you arm them with different weapons and equipment. And then there's fucking mecha fights, and you can customize the mech that you use.
What?
And it's like a 2D fighting game. It is. The game is so fucking cool.
That game's awesome. It's got incredibly solid gameplay and nails its style.
Yeah.
Also,
And it's a 2D side scroller?
Yes.
Nice.
No.
No.
It's a tactics game. So like XCOM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is a 2D RPG when you're in the mech fights.
Yeah.
Oh.
Otherwise, you're basically what happens is you're gonna manage the studio. So there's like a lot of you will like upgrade the lighting or like the green screen, and then you answer mail, and that actually branches the story a lot. The different ways that you can respond to fans or haters or things like that. Yeah, it's just super fucking cool. And the next one on my list, 9876, is one that I have not completed. And I'm actually not sure if it should beat Chroma Squad. So I should have looked at this already. But anyway, number 6, with like a sad face, is Pillars of Eternity. So this is a game that has some significant problems, first and foremost, with its combat. I think... And before I get into that, this is Baldur's Gate, basically the spiritual successor.
We all know you love that Baldur's Gate.
Yep, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, and then of course Planescape Torment, which is my favorite. It is of that style,
The old school CRPG.
Yes, I think it was perhaps too faithful to some of the ways that old school RPGs handled themselves. And Jareth can attest to this as well because he also played it.
It actually didn't make my top 10.
Yeah. The thing is, though, that outside of its combat, it has a very interesting medieval setting and a very well-told story with a lot of content and characters and a very interesting branching story path and plenty of things to discover. Just the thing for me was that I didn't end up... I couldn't end up beating it because of the combat. And frankly, I've started to play through on easy, and I'm enjoying it infinitely more.
Oh, and the weirdest thing is it's a game that's intended to be able to, like, you can walk through it without combat,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be rewarding you just as much, but in reality, it's not.
Yeah. You really have to game it hard to not have to go through combat.
Well, that and even going through combat, because of the way experience rewards are and things like that, they're extremely limited. Like, the first time you fight a given type of thing, you get experience, and then after that, you don't.
Yeah.
So you fight wolves once. Every other time that you fight wolves after that, they are only a threat. You get nothing from them.
Yeah. Which is a kind of like a good way to prioritize the player, but in reality, it just ends up being pretty brutal. So next on the list, and I think we are now on 5, Invisible Ink. And this is like, I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot of tactics games on my top 10. Invisible Ink is, for me, the only thing that comes close to getting stealth as good as Invisible Ink is Dishonored.
God,
Dishonored's really good. That's
Second one looks amazing.
Yeah. I'm stoked for that one. Dishonored had an amazing stealth. It was just a well realized stealth game with some cool bells and whistles. And
that, and it had awesome combat whenever you decided to fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's true. Shit got real in that game when you wanted it to. Invisible Ink is another tactics based game. It is. You basically have a squad of people that, of course, you outfit as you see fit, but it has, I want to say, kind of a roguelike quality because the span of the campaign is not really going to exit, 6 hours? 6 to 10 hours, maybe?
Really depends on how much you agonize over your choices, but yeah, give or take.
And you can die. You can fail pretty easy. You have to be very careful about every decision that you make, and it is so thrilling the way that it handles stealth, because it's not that, like, once you're discovered it's over. There's levels of kind of the alertness that the enemy's at, and combine that with your characters being in different spots, completing different tasks at the same time, and oh shit, my guy over here just got discovered, and the other guy has to round in on him, and then there's people in his path, but this guy got out of it, now that guy's in trouble.
Shit gets out of hand.
And then, like my character over here got gunned down, so now we have to run up, pick him up, and carry him to the drop point.
Or leave him behind and risk him getting interrogated.
Yeah.
Shit.
It is.
Shit.
Yeah. It is excellent. And
also, fantastic feature, if your last person is in a position where they can't get out of it, you can just, like, have them say a one-liner and go out. I fucking love that.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, your other two guys get shot down, and the last person's, like, arms up, and they're like, fuck it. You can just have click a button, and they'll say something, depending on what character they are, and then they go out. It's great.
So, the next one on my list is number 4, Rainbow Six Siege.
Hey.
Yeah. So I hear everyone's criticism on this game. But for me, like, that is some of the most thrilling 20 minutes of a game. When you're like the last person against three attackers.
Fuck respawns.
Yeah, no. This game was the 5 versus 5, and you're dead.
It makes every choice very tactical and tactile.
Yeah, and like, playing this game with the mics is awesome. Even if you don't know people, I found myself playing this game with the mic, and tolerating the annoying 12-year-old, because victory is so good when you win in this game against insurmountable odds, when there's just 2 of you and still 5 of them, and you still come out on top. That's a feeling I don't get in a lot of multiplayer shooters.
one of my favorite modes is Terrorist Hunt. I love Terrorist Hunt. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I preferred the multiplayer, but Terrorist Hunt was pretty cool.
I got called a hacker in one mission because I was playing as Glaz and I was trying to shoot out a window, and I shot through the window just to blow out the window. Got a headshot on a guy on the other side. Shot again, got another headshot. I was like...
That's a facial expression for you guys. I'm sorry.
My mouth was wide open, hands up off the controller, eyes wide.
Number 3, Fallout 4. Fallout 4, and that's a game I'm probably not going to finish this game, but I spent a wonderful 30 to 40 hours with this game, and I on this podcast, I didn't want to be doing anything else but playing this fucking game. And I think that I left it in its prime because I don't think it's to the game's detriment that it stops being fun after 100 hours. That makes sense. If you can sustain that level of enjoyment for that fucking long, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, I more than doubled the hours per dollar, so
yeah, you definitely got your enjoyment out of the game. And
I'm just waiting for the DLC.
I'm still gonna come back to this game, and I'd like to at least finish the campaign. So coming in at number 2 for me it's kind of a technicality. Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program, I think, was in alpha in 2014. But it is done. It is released as of 2015, and I waited basically until then to go back and play it. Oh my god! Like, talk about a game that has the highest highs and lowest lows. I think this is my Dark Souls. This is if you're a fan of Legos or Kinects, and then also if you're a fan of space, this game lets you build your own ship, and you have to factor in, the weight of it, the making sure it's aerodynamic, making sure the propulsion is powerful enough without making it too heavy. You build it in phases, so you have the first level of propulsion. You want to get it out of the atmosphere, and then you eject that part of the propulsion. Then you have the next part of your ship. That element in and of itself, just getting out of orbit and entering an orbit around the planet Kerbal. I mean, I wanted to fucking sing in triumph whenever I finally accomplished that. And then it unlocks, once you do that, you're like, oh shit, how can I get to the moon? And you have to reconsider, you have to get to orbit again and then adjust your propulsion to the moon. It's absolutely one of the best feelings whenever you successfully accomplish a mission in that game. And yet also insurmountably frustrating whenever you can't accomplish your goal and you can't figure out how the fuck to do something. But I've had such amazing moments in that game. In particular, I had a moment where one of my Kerbals was accidentally ejected from a spaceship in orbit. And he, like Gravity style, he starts singing off into the void. And I don't think I will have a moment of triumph like I did whenever I successfully recovered that guy. The spectrum of like pushing really fucking hard to get up there and just maximum aggression, and then being there and like trembling hands adjusting my ship and the propulsion to perfectly match his orbit. Like, Kerbal Space Program is something that I feel like everyone should play. It's also kind of educational. Finally on my list, number 1, everyone already knows what I'm going to say if they've listened to this podcast. Undertale.
Knew it.
And I don't need or want to say anything else about this game other than that it is probably one of my favorite games of all time. And
did you see the honest gameplay trailer?
Oh no, I saw that you gave it to me though.
Yeah, I figured I didn't watch it because I haven't played the game yet.
Yeah,
but I figured it's Screen Junkies; those guys do amazing stuff. So
I'll have to check that out. But 2015, guys, was a pretty good year.
was a pretty good year.
Looking forward to another good one this year.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going to be starting off with some amazing games in February.
Fucking the 5th. Oh my god, guys. XCOM 2. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Firewatch is really February 25th or 6th, something like
Yeah.
that. That's the game. I'm like, I got to get that. And then Unraveled. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
That's the one where it's a puzzle platformer and you're a man of string, yeah?
Yes.
Gotcha.
It looks like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, those. And then, of course, I'm holding out hope that this year at E3, Rockstar is going to be like, oh, by the way, here's Red Dead, and it comes out this fall.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Pull a Bethesda on us.
I would love a Red Dead before I would want to see a Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, yeah. I'm right there with you. All right, Jareth, you're up.
All right. So my list, I probably played about 18 games that came out in 2015. I lost my original list. So this morning I quickly cobbled together this one. So it's probably not perfect, but here we go.
Nice.
So number 10 is Evolve. Fantastic multiplayer, as stated before, and probably the best asynchronous multiplayer out there.
I think
right now.
I think some people are going, like a lot of people listening to this podcast are like, I should play that again.
Yeah. I am even going, I should play that again.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Dying Light.
Ooh, yeah.
That game, I could see how people were like, oh, well, it's just like...
Parkour zombies.
Well, a lot of people compared it to
Dead Island?
Dead Island.
Because it was by the same people or something like that.
It wasn't, actually, I don't think.
Oh.
But
I was thinking Dead Rising, never mind. Which is kind of different.
But it's not, because its emphasis is less on... Well, its emphasis is less on party play, obviously, because it's a single-player game mostly, and a significant emphasis on staying ahead of the zombies. And the shift between day and night cycles is incredible.
Yeah.
And once you get to the point in the game where you feel comfortable at night, that's like when shit's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because after a certain point in the game, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, it's nighttime, let's do this. And it's got probably the best parkour mechanics I've seen in a game that wasn't just a game about parkour.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, Mirror's Edge.
It's the only
I was
one.
just about to say, oh yeah, Mirror's a good call.
Because some game, and it's first person, which it commits to. Because other games, they'll be like, oh, it's first person, but then you do a thing, and it's like, look at you doing this thing.
Yeah,
looking at you, Halo.
Oh, are you talking about like whenever you're in a warthog or something?
It's like, look, you're in a warthog, or you're getting into a thing, or you're activating an ability. Look at how cool you are activating that ability. It's like, motherfucker, just show me on the screen. Do not pull me out of my visor. But parkour is a hard thing to do in video games.
Yeah.
It's especially hard to do intuitively, as we've seen with Assassin's Creed. Every single time.
I want to climb to that window, but now I'm jumping into the street.
Yep, every fucking time.
So yeah, Dying Light is intuitive. For the most part, I've run into very few frustrating moments with its parkour. Most of the time, it'll be like, shit's going down, I need to get the fuck out, and I feel confident I can do it.
Time to crowd surf on some zombies.
Nice.
Yeah. Number 8 is Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep.
Hey.
Some of the
It's
best.
the only unanimous game of the year.
Yeah, I guess so.
It has my favorite multiplayer of any game this year, at the very least. The no respawning, the way the characters interact, and the way that you have to interact with your party members is so pivotal in the way the game handles. And yeah, I mean, it's lacking a lot of the bells and whistles that, say, COD Blops is, but that's because COD Blops is just finding new lotions to rub you off with. This is looking for a new way to punish you. So do you go through that window, or do you go all the way around the building and hope that that's not where they spawned? Things like that are just amazing. Being the first guy through the window and knowing that there's a really good chance that means you're the first guy out too.
But there
is
has to be
fantastic.
someone has to go through the window first.
Yep.
And a well-executed assault is just priceless.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Like just 4 walls going down at once, everybody moving in on a flashbang, and you just clean house. So many games, there's opportunities for you to clean the other team up, and it's just no fun. This one, it's like, fuck yeah, we did that.
yeah.
Number 7, this one's kind of a cheat because both it's a collection, the Handsome Collection for Borderlands.
Oh, the Handsome Jack collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not cheap.
Well, both of those games came out.
Yeah. But the handsome.
Anyway,
collection.
fantastic, especially as a collection. Borderlands is a fantastic game. The premier shoot and loot game.
yeah. There's no beating it.
Lots of fun, insane characters, lots of character. And with all the DLC all at once, it's an unstoppable fucking collection.
If you like shooters and you like Diablo, there's not any reason you shouldn't have played this game already.
Yeah. Number 6 is Chroma Squad.
Yes.
For every reason that has been listed, because fucking Chroma Squad.
Yes. Oh, and you can name your characters and the mech and stuff. And I don't remember what I named mine, but they were amazing.
Mine was the Pant Bot. No one else
No
needs
one
to get
will get that. No,
You get that.
I do.
I just think it sounds funny.
And I think they were Pamp Team.
Pamp team. Okay.
Number 5 is Invisible Inc.
Yep.
Ranking in at the exact same place as Mike.
Well,
Because that game, and I've played it now with its DLCs, that game is freaking insane. Like everything, I play it on the hardest difficulty because I'm a fucking madman.
masochist, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
You love being punished.
And that's a game that is gonna punish you on the highest difficulty.
Yeah, it punished me on the normal difficulty.
There are times in that, because it's it's a game that you can fail, and I play it without fucking saves or retries. So
Yeah.
losing is an option, and that's always something I like in games.
That you can just irrevocably fail.
Yeah, that it's over. You've game overed because you're not good enough.
Yeah.
I've gotten game overs on the very first mission,
Jeez.
and I love it. Because that means that every single victory I get, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There's a mode in Dead Space 3, which Dead Space is one of my favorite game series of all time. I actually did like Dead Space 3. A lot of people didn't, but
I haven't
there's
played it.
it's not a scary game. It's an action shooter.
Yeah.
But there's a mode which amps up the intensity where it's on realistic settings. Like you get hit once, you're dead, but once you die, you have to start the entire game over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's like
Wow.
Iron Iron Skull on Halo, but no shields.
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn. That's rough.
I really liked Dead Space 1 and 2.
Dead Space 2, I actually do like more than 1.
I'm in the same boat. It didn't crank up the action too much, and it gave a lot more character
Yeah.
to everything. And there's a lot more impact to everything. Because you're like, this was a station full of people.
Yeah. And there's the needle in the eye scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I didn't mean to bogart your list. I'm just bogarting everybody's list.
No, it's
So,
good. It's good. The game's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Not 3, I haven't played it, but it's probably good.
I like it.
Number 4 is Fallout 4.
Ah.
I'm
That's where I had it.
surprised that it didn't rank higher for me
I thought it was
'Cause-
going to be your number 1.
because it satisfied a lot of things that I wanted in a game. I did not have nearly as many problems with the building as a lot of people. I mean, obviously the building has its flaws, but I was fine with it.
Fuck fences.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why is this wall flipped? God damn it, it won't lock.
I wasn't as worried about building a beautiful thing as I was about building all of the things.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
By the end of it, I had a full settlement in everywhere with like 20 people.
Yeah.
So, and I've logged maybe 200 hours in that game. Maybe.
So you got your money's worth. And then some. And then some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can't wait for the DLC so I can revisit it with some new intentions.
Have they announced what the DLC is going to be?
Not yet, but there's a lot of speculation out there that it's going to be something nautically themed.
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
I'm on board. Ahoy.
Part of that's because of the fact that there's an actual goddamn ocean, which is fucking crazy. I remember finding the ocean for the first time, being like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah.
I just remembered I'm in Boston and that there's an ocean.
Yeah.
But there's like also like other like little Easter eggs, I guess, that people have found, like a spear gun somewhere or something like that.
Yeah.
They're like,
spear gun.
cool, let's go to the ocean. So I'm looking forward to anything to kind of revitalize that for me. Number 3 is Voidspire Tactics.
Yeah.
That game, Mike suggested it to me. It's an indie game made by like 3 people.
Yes.
Freaking phenomenal game.
That's so weird. I was on my list, but I didn't say it, so I must have skipped a number. Oh well.
I think you did, because I think that
What number did you have it at? Just so people
It's
know.
number 6.
Number 6.
yeah, I think that, because I remember I thought about saying something, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong. But
Yeah.
Voidspire Tactics is it's an incredible tactics game. The setting is cool, though you don't really get to see a lot of it. The gameplay mechanics are solid. Story is light. The music is incredible, and the graphics are great. But just having the it's set in like old school graphics, so like, you know,
Yeah, it feels like you're playing the Super Nintendo.
yeah. But you have incredible agency over the environment and
Yeah.
everything that you're dealing with in a sort of a Divinity Original Sin style.
Yeah, it's like I was very doubtful of that comparison at first, but I mean, yeah, it does definitely have that level of depth.
Like you can pick shit up and move it, or take a pickaxe to a wall and get through it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's some really fun secret things in that game.
Oh yeah, it definitely rewards you for exploring. The only complaint I really have about that game is fucking more.
Yeah,
I want more.
it was too short. Yeah, but I think it
How
definitely.
long is it? Like,
Depends on how much you grind, but probably 5-6 hours, maybe 7.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
said
think
it
I
was made
spent
by
like
3 people, right? So
yeah, I think I spent maybe 20 on it, but
what I will say is it definitely knows what parts of a tactics game are fun.
yeah,
The upgrading and like the unlocking new abilities and combining those abilities. By the end of the game, you have a badass loadout.
it also has. I played it. I actually had to drop the difficulty for the final fight,
Which is amazing because Jareth never does that.
the boss fight is fucking crazy hard. Just stupid hard. So that was number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2 is Thea the Awakening.
Yeah. I have been wanting to check this out.
Phenomenal game. Set in a post-apocalyptic world with very Slavic feeling. It's got a lot of like Slavic mythological creatures in it. I think some of the gods are actually that might even be all of them, are straight out of old like Slavic mythologies. Hard game, another like you can fail game.
It's like Civilization plus a roguelike.
Yeah, you only get like the one town, and you're also like managing every single population in your town, and in general in your civilization is a single person that you need to assign and do stuff with. And
Wow.
they're leveling up, and
That sounds like it could get out of hand really fast.
it actually doesn't. The largest population I've seen is 40.
Oh,
And
okay.
by and large, you can just set them to be doing something. So
Cool.
I rarely got over 20, and I'd have like 2 teams out doing stuff, and like the team at home's just doing like gathering and making stuff. So
Yeah.
fantastic game. Combat system is intuitive and fun, and works in every encounter because they encourage you not to solve things with violence. Or at least to solve it smartly with violence.
Yeah. Get the advantage first and then resort to violence.
So number 1 is The Witcher 3.
I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew it. Because as soon as I said you're going to be mad that it was number 10 on mine,
He actually
and you
was
had that
mad.
face.
That game fucking killed it. Like, I'm not a big fan of hack and slashes. It's not my thing. That's part of why I didn't really like, why I don't like a lot of stuff from software. From software?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you're
sounds-
right. From software.
I know, it sounds super weird, though.
Yep.
They need to reassess that. That being said, they did fucking Armored Core, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Armored Core is awesome.
Core was the shit, dude.
But God, it was so crunchy. Loved it.
Yeah.
It's like, look at the numbers, manage the calories. I'm like, yeah. But the Witcher, incredibly realized story, characters, 200 plus hours of nonstop interesting shit going on. I never got to a quest and felt like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, this thing again.
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey, we've got this problem. I'm like, cool, I'm excited to figure out what the fuck it is and kill it. Or fuck it.
Or
As
both.
the case may be.
So, game was fucking top notch.
I love how different all of our lists were.
Yeah. I think the only one that spanned across every single one was Rainbow Six.
Yeah. Interesting.
Popped up in different spots, though.
I don't
Yeah.
know that that's so much a testament to the game as it is just our sensibilities.
Yeah. I think for an FPS, it's one that was on everybody's radar this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't my favorite one of the year, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
And I think that for the fact that it was different from a lot of FPSs.
Yes. It was doing something different than most multiplayer FPSs try to do.
Do you guys have like some games in mind, your anticipated games of 2016?
Oh man.
Fucking
I actually-
XCOM 2, oh my
I
god.
was just looking at this.
Guys, next fucking Friday, I am going to die.
I have a list of games here, so let me know if you're excited for these or not. Okay,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
Yup.
Oh my god, yes.
Couldn't really care less about the game.
Really?
Okay, so I'm all about one of my favorite things to do in video games, above exploration, above combat, above characters, is exploration. I love
And-
just finding new places
This is a game where you could actually find a new place in multiplayer.
where you will. Everyone will. Every single person that plays this game.
I'm going to
Yeah.
find a thing and name it Butts.
Okay,
Then
so-
everybody else who finds it after that will know that I named it Butts, and they'll be like, yeah, this fish is named Butts.
So I know you guys have PS4s. You don't have Xbox Ones.
No.
Nope.
There will still be Xbox One games on this list. Okay,
That'll be okay.
so even though this next one is not, it's PS4 exclusive. Last Guardian.
Nah.
I have not played any of the others.
You haven't played Shadow of the
I
Colossus?
haven't played Shadow of the Colossus
That's-
or what's the other one called?
Eco?
Eco.
Ico?
Shadow of the Colossus is one of my games that you ought to have played as a gamer ever.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but nah.
I've avoided
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to. It's just, it was never in my wheelhouse growing up where I did out in the country. You don't hear a lot about those kind of games. You
Yeah.
hear about Final Fantasy is like the most outlandish thing you can imagine. So,
Yeah.
To be honest, those games were never in my gameplay style. 'Cause, I mean, they're essentially puzzle platformers
which
in 3D
you guys
space.
know I'm not a huge fan of. Puzzle
Yeah,
platform.
I'm not a big I'm not a big puzzle game or platform game guy. So
Yeah. Okay. Next one up, Gears of War 4.
I don't really care about that one.
I could get excited for it.
Very excited for Gears of War 4. I
Um,
love the Gears franchise.
It's going to be Xbox One exclusive, right?
correct.
Yeah. If
Gears is only Xbox.
I had an Xbox One, I'd be way excited about it because
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with Gears of War 3 multiplayer, and I've had a lot of fun with Gears of War in general.
Horde mode
Fucking
Horde
Horde
mode
mode was fun.
for the win. Final Fantasy 15.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see what everyone else thinks about it.
I'm very excited for this game. I wasn't until I saw on YouTube the Rama summon. Have you guys seen that yet?
No.
No.
Whew. When we're done, let me show you that real
Well,
quick.
are you ready to watch it 17 more times?
Yeah. Dude, can't even tell you how many times I sat through Knights of the Round and was stoked every single time it happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna do this again.
Yeah, if it has that same level of like, wow, as it was when you were younger, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. I tend to enjoy Final Fantasies a good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, none of them touch Final Fantasy Tactics, but
Is that your number one?
oh
Tactics?
god, yeah.
People love that Tactics.
Fucking Tactics was just...
We are some tactics whores, aren't we?
I remember my mom bought that at Target for me because it was like on
No,
sale.
nobody else has ever uttered that sentence in history.
I
We
know.
are some tactic whores.
Like my mom bought it offhand as like it was like in a bargain bin at Target,
Nice.
and like it like instantly became one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
That's believe it or not, that's a great story. How fate can bring you
God,
to that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
that game has altered the landscape of my preferences.
Yeah, it really did.
So
Dark Souls 3
Again, I'm more interested about the fan base.
fan base.
I do participate in gaming news a lot, and like that's just one of those games that I have no taste for it, but I'm really interested in it, and I like watching other people play it.
Okay. I will be playing the living shit out of this, and if you like watching people play it, go over to Game Geeks, and if you guys don't know what that is, go to youtube.com/Game Geeks and watch our Let's Plays. Which, surprisingly, actually, I can't say that because I'd say 90% of the Let's Plays we've been recording lately have gone on Flake Freaks. But,
Yeah.
Oh, well. No, I'm going to be playing a lot of Dark Souls from Software, one of my favorite game developers. Jareth, are you excited for Dark Souls 3?
not terribly.
Not terribly. Okay.
Outside of Armored Core, From Software has not really. It just hasn't done it for me. Like I love difficulty in video games. I just didn't like them.
Okay. Fair enough. Uncharted 4.
I need to play Uncharted because I think I would love these games.
Okay.
I have not gotten to.
The Nathan Drake collection is out. You can get all 3 games. I will tell you this: you will not like the first game. If I understand you like I think I do, the first game it's old.
Yeah.
It's really old. The mechanics are so. Uncharted 2,
Yeah,
one of my favorite games.
I know
ever.
that I will be probably gritting my teeth through the first one.
But you do have to play it.
Yeah,
If you want to play it, you can't. It's one of those games very linear. Like, I'll just start at Uncharted 2.
Yeah, no. I love that like adventuring sort of Pulp Fiction type of not the movie Pulp Fiction, but like the
Sure.
story pulps. I love that, and I like fucking. Do you remember Crimson Skies? Is that what
Yes,
it's called?
Crimson Skies.
Then that had that very kind of goofy vibe to it, and Uncharted does that, but it's also kind of gritty and dark. I love Naughty Dog. God damn it, I want to play those games.
Well, yeah, they fucking made The Last of Us one of the greatest games in history.
Yep,
So,
agree.
I largely could not care less about Uncharted.
as you stated before, you're not a big fan. Far Cry Primal.
I'm interested in that.
My interest is peaked, yeah. I can't say I'm like stoked for it, but I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it because it looks. Far Cry is interesting because it seems like everything I should be really into, but like playing it, I like it. I just don't keep up with it.
Yeah.
This looks like it might be able to keep me in.
Far Cry 3 was phenomenal for me.
Yeah,
Far Cry 4 was fun.
Far Cry 4 was awesome,
I just couldn't stick it for a really long time.
right?
Yeah.
I felt like I got what I wanted out of it and just kind of stopped after a while.
Exactly.
That's kind of what I run into pretty quick with Far Cries.
But this looks fresh and new.
And hard. I mean, the fact that I can't just get an assault rifle and go to town.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the game is going to do a 180 and you're like, oh, wait, what?
It'll be like Rust, and you just need some trees.
Oh, God, that game sucked.
Build a gun out of trees.
Yeah.
Quantum Break.
That's
Man.
the third person shooter.
I'll be looking to you for the anticipation there.
I'm intrigued. I'm going to be waiting to hear what some beta and alpha testers and what they say. Is for the simple fact that this game has been worked on for fucking ever, and the fact that they recast the entire game,
Yeah.
and they just quit the original story. They were going to make a linear movie, like as you play the game, a movie would be going alongside. It was supposed to be groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Now it's just, it looks fun. Don't get me wrong.
So wait, where are they at now? Because like, has it changed since you showed us the trailer? Or
That one trailer we watched, that's the newest one.
okay, good.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But you're talking about the changes now, and I'm like, has that happened again?
No. My apologies. No.
It does look interesting. It could be a lot of fun, or it could be super fucking annoying. It's one of those coin tosses.
Yes. Another Xbox exclusive indie game, Cuphead.
I will be watching playthroughs of that game. It looks really cool.
No idea what it is.
Do you think you would like it?
No.
No? Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Never mind. I thought also another Xbox exclusive, Inside and Below, those games coming out. The ones I know, one of them is the same people that made Limbo, which I love. Limbo,
Yeah.
which just came to PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick it up?
No.
Okay.
I played. You're talking about Limbo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I played that on the PC. And
Oh,
I also
okay.
played it. I played it on PC and then also on the 360.
Okay. Right on. Mass Effect Andromeda.
I want to know more about it.
Yeah.
I'm really reserving judgment until I know more.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it.
I totally hear you.
I don't know. I'm trying to restrain excitement because of reasons, but it's it could be awesome, and I want to be excited about it, but I'm too ready to be burned by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, fire's pretty neat, guys. Do you think I should touch it?
Episode 1 of Final Fantasy VII.
I know. I should be like, yeah, but I don't want to be caught up on the fact that it's episode 1, but
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
yeah.
100%. I'm reserving judgment on one of my favorite games of all time, and I
Right.
hate saying that.
Man,
I'm
it's gotta
actually-
be great.
I'm not all that worried about the fact that it's existing. I've played 7. I enjoyed 7. I think 7's good the way it is.
But are you gonna play this next one?
Maybe not. Probably
Okay,
not.
So what I'm talking about is like I want to be excited for this next one. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But kind of like the fact that it'll probably get us to the fight with the big scorpion monster. You know.
I think that we will get out of Midgar. I think that's where it's going to end. Like, whenever the tower falls and then you swing out.
That would be a cool place to end it.
I think, and then after that, it's going to be the open world that we saw.
You see, isn't that the end of disc 1?
Nope. Disc 1 ends, because you get all the way to Saucer City in Disc 1.
Oh, wow, you're right.
See, like, I
Because remember, Final Fantasy 7 was 3 discs,
Yeah.
8 was 4 discs.
That's
so-
what I was thinking of.
I actually preferred 8 to 7. I know that's blasphemy, but
I loved 8. Loved 8. One of my favorite games of all time. But Final Fantasy 7 is my favorite game of all time.
with this remake, I'll probably watch the fan base, and if people I trust are like, you have to play it, like, because it's a new experience or some other bullcrap, then yeah, sure, I'll play it. But
It's not going to be a turn-based combat.
That actually
did
looks
hear
pretty
that.
cool.
Is
Yeah,
it going to
how they
be
have-
like 12?
Honestly, what was the one that's right over there in the Fs? Final Fantasy 7 next to Far Cry on the 360. Yeah, what number is that? 13. That's the last one I played. And I hated it. But I think the combat system's going to be... Because that was turn-based.
13's kind of turn-based.
Yeah. I just really didn't like it a lot. But, yeah, I think it's going to be more just hack and slash with maybe some build-ups to, like, I'm imagining, like, your magic will, like, level up to where you can use it, and then your summons will do that as well. But,
That sounds like I'm not all that excited about it.
yeah. And first, it was just the first game that popped on here. It's not saying it's my most anticipated, even though it kind of is Firewatch.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I want to play this game so bad.
I still know so little.
I know, and
I don't want to know anymore.
I know,
Yeah.
me neither.
It looks
I wanna-
super cool.
I want to drop into this game and have no idea what I'm
I want to have a Let's Play with the three of us here
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
whenever it comes out.
Isn't
So
it
we'll all just
March?
come over February. When does Firewatch? I think February 25th.
8th, I think is what you said just a minute ago. Like it was something coming up soon. Wait, no, it wasn't 8th.
I think it's
that's-
the 28th.
Yeah, 28th. I'm thinking of the David Bazan concert.
Which we are going to.
Firewatch release date is February 9th. Oh,
All right. God damn, February is going to be awesome.
So, yeah, that's like 2 weeks away. That's a Tuesday because the Super Bowl is Sunday. And yeah, I think.
I'll be off.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I don't know if you got my message or not.
What's up?
Super Bowl next week. We're
Oh, yeah.
having a live commentation with all of our fans.
You totally
during
had
the Super Bowl.
yeah, we responded on that one. It's going to be one of us.
One or two. Okay.
Because Sundays are, well,
We're in the pizza delivery business
Yeah.
on a Super Bowl Sunday. So
Yeah.
well, that and we just don't have enough people to cover all of our shifts. So
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
there are just enough of us to have as many shifts as we've got right now.
speaking of, given the time, I think we should probably start winding this down.
Okay. I understand. Yeah.
What time is it?
I'll say one more.
3 o'clock.
I'll say one more. The Division, if it is to come out this year.
I'm boycotting it, so you guys can go for it. Yeah.
I'm excited, but my excitement has waned a lot.
Oh yeah,
I don't know about Ubisoft doing a giant online game like this. I don't know if they know how to do it.
I struggle with the idea of anyone doing worse than Bungie did with Destiny.
I need to see. I
I
want
have
to
a
see
feeling
what
this will beat that game. I really do.
I want
don't-
to see what everyone thinks of the beta.
Yeah.
So that I think
Which is
that'll-
going on right now.
Yeah, that'll tell us a lot.
All right. So, yes, we're just going to blast through trailer talk real quick, and obviously we won't do IMDb idiots. We will just wrap it up after this. So, I'm going to go out of order from what's on the paper. Let's start with Keanu, guys. I want to start with Keanu.
That was so amazing.
I want to watch this so fucking bad.
Oh.
Key and Peele.
When is this set to come out?
Let's take a look really quick. So, a premise for everybody, if you're not familiar, Keanu stars Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. Is it?
Yeah.
Jordan? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Key and Peele from Comedy Central. And this looks like the most adorable movie I could ever imagine. And I'm not even a cat person. I don't like cats, but I know you guys have cats. But
They're kind of like, it's basically like they're in the interstitials of Key and Peele. They're kind of comic personas interacting.
Yeah.
This is basically that movie of them. Oh my god!
Yeah.
With a cute kitten.
the most adorable cat ever.
Yeah.
So
dressed up as a gangster with a little do-rag. Oh my god.
So it's directed by Peter Atencio. He does Key and Peele.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's written by Alex Rubens, who also writes for Key and Peele,
Yeah.
and Jordan also co-wrote this. It stars Keegan-Michael Key, Jordan Peele, Will Forte,
Yep.
and then you got like Luis Guzman and a bunch of other people, which I'm just so... Oh, and Method Man's in this as well.
Did I see Kevin Hart in there?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about two friends whose cat is stolen,
Yeah.
and they have to go on a murder rampage to get the cat back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, I'm 100% in. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go see this in theaters.
April 29th is when this comes out.
That's soon.
Yes,
They snuck this one up on us.
I know. I'm all about it. It's hard to search for this movie without Keanu Reeves taking up your search bar.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next trailer up, Neighbors 2. Not gonna lie, I like the first Neighbors. I thought it was really funny.
It was pretty funny. It was good for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fun comedy flick, and as far as sequels go, this looks like a actually a pretty funny premise. I wanted to hate it, but like it actually was kind of funny.
They bring their nemesis in from the first one to help them.
Yeah. Which I'm not gonna lie, once again, I thought that he did a really good job. Zac Efron, he's got some comedy chops to him.
Yeah.
But this one, it stars Chloe Grace Moretz as the new sorority girl, along with Selena Gomez.
Really weird to see her in that role for some reason for me, because she's like the same age as my little sister. So I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah.
Was she Punch Girl? Is that what her name was in Kick-Ass? What was it?
Oh fuck.
Hit Girl.
Hit Girl.
Hit Girl, yeah. Yeah, Punch Girl. God damn it.
The-
But yeah, you also get, Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne from the first one.
Yeah.
Nicholas Stoller, he did Fun with Dick and Jane. He did the first Neighbors. He did the Muppets movie,
Mhm.
which very underrated, if you ask me.
Do you know when more Muppets of the show is coming out on Hulu?
It's pretty great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Not soon enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully that show doesn't get canceled because we are in the minority. A lot of people don't like that show.
Really?
A lot of people really don't like that show.
That
Wow.
show's fucking
I think
amazing.
it's brilliant. Yeah, I will see Neighbors 2. I did see the first one in theaters on a date, and it turned out to be a good time. I will see this one as well. Final trailer, Suicide Squad. Goddamn.
I understand now. I saw a tweet a while back. Someone said, like, I don't know what trailer couldn't be made better by Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And like that Bohemian Rhapsody definitely made this trailer really good. But by the end of it, I was just like, man, this movie has like 14-year-old boy written all over it. I don't really know how else to say it.
For the fact that you think that it's going to bring out the inner child in you. Not for the fact that you think a bunch of 14-year-old boys are going to go see it.
I don't know. I think that they're going to sure as hell give it a shot. I mean,
It's
they're
going to
playing
be a
up
hard
Harley.
R movie. David Ayer is directing this. He's the same guy who gave us End of Watch.
Yeah.
Oh, like
And,
hard R has ever stopped 14-year-old boys.
No, the reason I say that is because it reminds me of everything that would be in a 14-year-old boy's room. It just reminds me of everything I was into in middle school. So
That's interesting because I don't think this movie was made for those 14-year-old kids. I think this was for the adults who grew up with comics.
You're
and
absolutely
it's
right.
not for the younger generation because this is based off graphic novel shit.
Yeah.
And
no, Suicide Squad is like deep cut DC Comics stuff, and it of the things DC Comics is putting out recently, it looks like a lot of fun, and I really got to see how they were going to handle the premise done a lot better in there. But I guess it's just not my thing. I was kind of disappointed to find by the end.
that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll go
Andrew
see it.
says
but-
polishing his handgun.
Yeah.
I'll go see it, but I'm not super amped for it.
It's probably my most anticipated movie of 2016.
Wow.
I think Keanu is now mine.
Keanu's up there. Also, don't forget The Witch. Remember we saw the trailer for that a long time ago?
God,
my
that
God,
really challenging trailer.
Fuck.
I think that was one of the first trailers. I think that was the first.
I don't know if I
trailer.
want to see that movie.
You guys know I hate horror films,
yeah.
but I really want to see that movie.
Oh my god.
Was that the first trailer that I saw as a member of Flick Freaks?
Was it?
I
Might
think
have been.
so. I think it was like one of the first.
That's interesting. Can't remember. All I know is they're going to release a second trailer, and we're gonna watch
Ugh.
the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So, actually, it's supposed to
Maybe
be
they'll
coming
have
out pretty
Bohemian
soon.
Rhapsody to it, and it'll be.
Let's see when that's supposed to come out. But yeah, Suicide Squad. I really am excited for this. The basic premise, from what I gather, I don't know if this is confirmed yet. The Enchantress
Mhm.
is going to be the villain in this, so she's not actually a member of the Suicide Squad.
Well, she looks like it.
Yeah, because she's never with that group.
Oh, okay.
She's like always by herself, so I think that's why I think she's going to be the villain. Jared Leto, I'm okay with him being the Joker.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a new twist, sort of like how Heath Ledger was a new take on that. Holy shit! The trailer's out for The Witcher 2.
You mean The Witch?
Yeah, sorry. The Witch second trailer is out.
Cool.
We're gonna have to watch that later.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, like, the trailers for The Witcher 2 have been out for a while.
Yeah, about 5-6 years.
Yeah, something
like
like that.
that. Okay, so yeah, that's trailer talk, guys. Anything you want to add on any of these besides that Keanu looks like the most adorable movie of all time?
I'm so excited for Keanu.
Yeah. I do understand what people are saying, how Bohemian Rhapsody could make any trailer better, but I just think that it really lent itself to this trailer.
Yeah.
And it gave the movie a different vibe than what the first trailer. The first trailer was very dark and ominous. This trailer made the movie look fun.
It seemed to fit better with the kind of rompy style that it was kind of displaying. It was very more adventure movie and a lot less like this is a dark, gritty take on DC.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Plugs.
Plugs. You guys go first. I know you just recorded a spoiler cast for Crossover Realities.
Yep.
Which was
Does
a
that-
lot of fun.
When does that drop? Does
It's
it
already out.
drop? Okay, good.
It
I
dropped as of
listened to
one
it
day.
the other day. It was a lot of fun.
And I guess since Brian's here, I'll go ahead and plug the Slow Descent blog, which is excellent.
Yes. He also has the Backup Catcher baseball podcast, which I think Evan, you guys know Evan, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Is he the
Evan-
one who I think he said some things on Facebook and I strongly disagree with him as a person?
Probably with Star Wars, how he
Yeah.
hates Star Wars. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I strongly disagree with him about everything.
He's also his co-host on the Backup Catcher. So you guys know, for Super Bowl next week, it's going to be us, one of you guys. Evan will be here, and then Roper will be here as well.
Excellent.
Yes, we're going to get the trifecta podcast.
That's so good. I actually really like football, but I just don't have the time to like keep up on it.
Yeah.
So I'll be really
don't
excited to watch
like
this.
football.
Who are you guys going to be cheering for?
I don't even know who's playing.
You'll have the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos.
I'm going to go with Panthers because they're cooler.
I'm gonna go with whoever everyone else is not cheering for.
Everybody is saying that the Carolina Panthers are going to wipe the floor with the Denver Broncos. And I totally agree, but I'm still rooting for the Denver Broncos because I'm a New Orleans Saints fan and the Panthers are a division rival. I can't vote for them. But they will win the Super
Just
Bowl.
on principle.
Yeah, on principle. Yeah. So, you can also go to Spoilercast. They're at Alltower Media, which
I think it's alltowermediapodcast.com.
alltowermediapodcast.com. Okay. And then you can find them on YouTube as well at Alltower Media.
Uh,
God, you guys put out some funny shit over there.
We
You
try.
haven't been on in a while, Mike.
I
I
have
noticed
not been
that.
on in a while. No,
That's-
it's usually Jareth.
Yeah.
Because of the Sunday thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad, but I don't know. I think that Jareth is the superior twin, so
You do come up with some great shirt ideas. I'll give you that. You can find us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon, all at /FlickFreaks. We are trying to save up for a new computer right now so we can stream all of our Let's Plays and reaction videos and reviews and podcast with better graphics, better sound quality. Fingers crossed we can make that happen this coming year. That is our goal.
yeah.
But with tax season coming up, it's probably not going to.
Yeah.
I actually have to pay in taxes.
Yeah.
So,
I will be getting probably $1.
nice. We will catch you guys in episode 68. Until next time, Godspeed.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, Internet.
Yeah.